Hey there friends, I'm the only Sir Cracker, and I don't want this to be really a downer video, a depressing video, but it has been a long time since I've, well, released an update video of my garden. And I'm going to just be straight up and be honest with you, this time of year, I never have the passion or the desire to get out in the yard. I can't stand it because it is dead. That's what happens. It dies, and it gets really kind of sad and depressing. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of the garden and show you what's been not growing on and what needs to be done. So, all right, here we go. Hey! All right, well, I'm the only Sir Cracker, and that was a quick update. Hey there, this is the only Sir Cracker, and I'm coming to you from the front yard today. It's the only Sir Cracker. Guess what? I knew the camera was on the entire time, because I'm having fun with you. Well, as you can see from, well, the pine needles on the ground, fall has, well, decided to swing its nasty, nasty head. And the frost has come, killed off the squash. We had kind of a, I don't know if it was a squash or a pumpkin, but there was something growing there a little bit. I did plant some peas. So there are peas here in the garden, and they will probably continue to grow for a little while, even though it's really super cold at night. Peppers, haven't done a whole lot. I'm hoping the asparagus comes back, but who knows? You know, we'll just kind of see what happens when it happens. But I haven't been out in the yard, honestly. I haven't been out here at all in the last probably 3 weeks. I've it's hard for me to come out and watch everything die after I put so much energy and so much time and everything into it, and it dies. There's a lot's got to be done. And this weekend is the weekend for me to do it. As you can see, there are things in the yard that need to be put away and cleaned up. I tried last weekend to rake up the yard. As you can see, there's kind of a stripe right down the middle of the yard here, and I ran out of time. It started to rain, and so, well, that needs to be done again. The Sir Cracker's garden barrel, the ink on the barrel looks like it's starting to come off, so in the spring I'll have to redo it. And the rhubarb that I planted in there looks like it's wanting to grow, but hopefully it gets smart and decides to stay underground. Okay, so pepper plants. A lot of pepper plants here, they appear to have changed colors. And then the tomatoes, of course, in the back are just gone. They're done. So they need to be cut at ground level, and the plants need to be removed. There's a pile of leaves. And then we've got the barrels. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the really long process of emptying out the barrels and removing the barrels, because there is this 1.5 foot gap back here. And if I plant tomatoes in these barrels like I wanted to do, the tomato plants are just going to fall back. I was thinking about getting some sort of wire or caging or something to help hold them up. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can get some chicken wire or something and make a trellis-like thing between the back of the barrel and the top of the fence, maybe, or something. But I don't know. Alright, I threw some wood chips a couple weeks back, well, about 3 weeks back. I threw some wood chips on top of the strawberries, and they are so determinate to come up. I'm going to have to throw more wood chips on top, I think, and cover them up a little bit more. But that is thanks to Paul with the Back to Eden garden. That's one of his methods he does. Of course, he does it in the ground, and he throws wood chips on them in the ground. but those will come back in force. They will be just literally a force to be reckoned with. So the apple tree is here. It's still got its leaves on it. It's really getting tall. The apple tree is here, and we have decided, I have decided, that I want to move it to there. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with that grapevine, but I'm going to move the grapevine, and we're going to put the apple tree there. That way, we can get all the way around the apple tree for pruning, and it just gives it, hopefully it would give it a little bit more light, and just, I don't know, get around it a little bit better for pruning. But this one, we don't know where we're going to put it. We're thinking about putting it over here in the middle of the yard, right where my fingertip is, putting it right in this area here somewhere. That's kind of what our thought process is at this moment, but we're not 100% sure. We might even put it over by the fence. So, but yeah. So we're trying to figure out where we're going to move it. I have these two plants. I hope they make it through the winter. These are my lilac bushes that I pulled out of the ground. That I planted them 2 years ago, and I pulled them out to try to save them because they would have been on the other side of the fence otherwise. So the trees are doing great. These trees will probably stay in these 5-gallon buckets probably for another, I would say probably another 2 years, maybe 3 at the max. When they get to be about 3 feet tall, or twice the size of that bucket, that's about the time I'll get rid of them. And right now they're about this one on this end anyways is about the size of that bucket. So we'll see. Yeah, not a whole lot is going on. This barrel down here at the end is what had the rhubarb in it. I think I'm gonna pull that stuff out and throw it in the compost and put more dirt in there, and then put some wood chips on top. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. If you can tell, it's not level with the others like it used to be. We had to move it back and we put the fence in where it's at. So it's not level now. But I don't think a tomato plant's going to care so much. So yeah, we are going to put tomatoes, I think, in these buckets, at least to this one. I have another barrel way back there. I got barrels, so I might pull this one out and put another one in it. I don't know. I'm kind of lazy. I've moved these barrels so many times. I might just leave them where they're at, and just do something to help keep the tomato plants from going up or going behind the barrels. But I got to figure out something because it's weird. If you can tell it's hard to tell, but the gap down here is wider than the gap down there. And it might be just because these two barrels are off. I might be able to push just these 2 or these 4 barrels and start pushing it back. At least that way so it's straight, but I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to fill up any more barrels and put more barrels in. Thinking about getting some more of the containers and doing that maybe. I don't know. We'll end up seeing what happens. Let's turn the camera on. So we're just going to end up playing a lot of it by ear and seeing what happens. I'm just not gonna. I guess I'm depressed. I get depressed this time of year because it just everything dies off. I'm excited for next year, but it's sad that I have to wait 6 months before I get to put anything out in the garden again. We have here in the inland northwest, we have fairly long winters. Really, winter is here now, and there's not a lot I can do about it. So we're going to have a lot of projects and that kind of stuff I'm going to do in the garage this winter instead of being out here. Of course, I also am going to have the makeshift grow room updates and that kind of thing too. So, and then this divider is going to be redone. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but it will be completely redone. And there's still tomatoes. Even though there's frost outside, the tomatoes are still growing. These ones here on the end, they were supposed to be black cherry tomatoes. Do those look black to you? Yeah, not to me either. And they don't taste very good. They've got a very, very hard shell or skin to them. So yeah, I'm not growing these again. And I will not be growing hybrid tomatoes ever again. I swear, I'm done. Hybrids are just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But there's a bunch of tomatoes. There's very, 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 very late coming on. Just very late and ridiculous. You can't harvest them because it's too late. I've got more peppers in here that I want to... I got more peppers in here I want to harvest if I can. And then there's some bananas in there. So this tomato plant was freaking awesome. I think I saved seeds, but I'm not sure. I think I did. But I try not to think about a lot of that kind of stuff. So. But yeah, today's really kind of the day to, before the rain comes and the wind, because we're going to have a really nasty week and the rest of the weekend is going to be pretty bad, is really to clean everything up. I got to take the lawnmower probably and go over this instead of the raking it. It's a little easier for me. And get all the pine needles picked up and cleaned up. Get all these plants out of their containers and get them in the compost and that sort of thing. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it for me here in Sir Cracker's garden. The next few updates you see will be in the makeshift grow room. I'm pretty much done out here until spring, so you probably won't see a whole lot of the outdoor space until spring. So yeah, well, that's pretty much the way it is. I mean, it's just that time of year. Every winter I kind of go into hibernation and go into the house and work in the grow room, and that's where I'm going to be is in the grow room. So all right, y'all, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and thank you so much for everything you do. And well, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.